All right, hello everyone. I am going to go through the workaround for making a test bank in Schoology from the problematic questions. At this point, I have already gone through and I have a set of 27 problems that I want to make into a test bank, and I'm going to export that into Schoology. So you can see there's several different choices. I have Schoology selected. I'm going to download that, and it's going to put a zip file onto my desktop. And so it's got kind of a weird thing, so I'm just going to leave that. I'm now into Schoology, and you can't directly upload questions from the zip drive into a test bank. So I need to add a test or quiz, and I'm just going to call this the setup quiz, and I have to select the category, so we'll leave that ungraded, and I'm going to create that. Now I am going to add questions. I want to import test or quiz, and I'm going to select Blackboard for this and import. So that's in my desktop. It's got that weird name on it. I'm going to select that, open it up, import it. And so now I have all 25 questions set up as a quiz, but I don't really want that. I want to make a test bank. So I go to Options. I'm going to add questions to bank. And by default, it has selected all. So I'm going to go to Next. And I want to select a bank. So I need to make a new question bank for this. And I'm just going to call this Quiz 10. And I want to put this in my test banks. So I'm going to add the questions. Now I have my setup quiz. I want to just get rid of that, so I'm going to delete that. And now when I go to make a quiz, I can add a test or quiz, and I'm going to call this Quiz 10. And this is a target practice for me. I'm only going to want it to be worth 10 points. I'm going to create that, and I'm going to add questions. I want that from a question bank. I want random questions. You could also select your own questions. It's in the resources. It's in my test bank, and I called this Quiz 10, so I'm going to select that. Now, if I wanted to choose 2 or 3 or 5 test banks, I could do that as well. I'm going to select, out of those 27 questions, I only want 10 questions. Each question is worth 1 point, and I'm going to add that. And now, every single time a student goes to take the test, it is going to give them a random set of 10 questions. Now there's several things you can do with this. I can go to Settings, and here's where I will enable or disable the quiz. If it's disabled, they won't be able to take the quiz. I could just enable it so they can take it anytime, or I can enable it until, which at a certain deadline it'll automatically disable it, or I can enable it from one point in time to another point in time. I can set a time limit, so I think you should be doing these 10 questions in 15 minutes. I can give you as many attempts as I want. I'm going to go with 3 attempts, and it's going to grade by the highest score, so it automatically tells me what the person's highest score is. I want to randomize the order. You may want to have the students be able to review the questions before they submit it. It's always a good idea. Do you want to be resumable? And view submissions. I usually say yes, which allows them to see what they got right or wrong, but it doesn't tell them the right answer if they did get it wrong. And then just save those changes. So it does take a couple extra steps, but it is certainly a time saver in the long run. Thank you.